Hey, so I'm back after 5 to 4 months. I got really busy with school, so I couldn't really make as much content as I wanted to, but now that I'm finally free, I can finally make things that I want to, which include making stickers, which I really wanted to do for a long time. I wanted to make Genshin stickers because even though I don't really play the game as much as I used to, I still really love the designs, and it's been something I've been wanting to do for a while, so let's get into it. So first off, here I'm trying Nihida. I won't show you guys the whole process of me drawing them, because if that was the case, we would be here for quite literally 3 days, since that's how long it took me, especially with me procrastinating and going back and forth between art and not art. I would say that this was my least favorite. I don't really know why, just for some reason the process here was so bad. Yeah, I definitely in the end product, hers is my least favorite. Even though I do like her character, just my talents did not live up to her actual design. Here, this is where I started to draw Arlecchino. She is one of my favorite characters. Everything down to her personality and design, I love it so much. And I really did like how the finished product of her sticker turned out. However, the sketch itself was probably the least organized, I would say. But yeah, I just remembered a funny story. Well, not really funny, it's actually kind of disappointing, but I did try to post my whole process on TikTok, and I tried to click the promote thing, and then it made me change the music to non-copyright, and I changed my mind, so I went back, and then it had gotten rid of all the voiceover and the music, and my video was doing good, so I had to delete it, and then I put it back up, only for it to get 9 views compared to the 300 I got. So I was really disappointed, especially since I put a lot of work into both trying to film for TikTok and YouTube, but it's whatever. Here I'm trying Nouvelette, which again is also one of my favorites. I also have him in my party, and I will say that drawing his design reminded me of how much I hate drawing Genshin designs, especially in fan art, because they just have so much detail, they're so complex, and it's kind of hard to just get rid of the little details, because it's really what makes his design in the end. But his was not the worst. The worst one for me was Farina's, which I do later on in this video, but nonetheless, I actually do believe that his was one of the best designs that I made out of all the ones, but I really liked it. So I'm skipping over here to who I'm trying next, which is Raiden. I only actually really drew her because I searched up the most popular Genshin characters, especially since I was making these to sell. I wanted to make something that would, really sell. But nonetheless, I still do love her. What I was trying to do here was have her sip on a cup of tea, which here I do realize, which was really bothering me the whole time I was drawing her. It kind of looks like she's just chewing on a cake or a piece of bread. I don't know, but it does come along together in the end, and she does end up turning out again one of the best ones compared to a lot of them. But yeah, I really only did her design because I knew it was a popular one, and again, I just wanted to get these to sell as best as possible. The next character here is Farina. Drawing her was fun, but coloring her was an absolute hell, especially because she was the last one I was finally coloring in the end, and I was completely worn out, especially because this took 3 days to do, so I was so over it by the time I got to coloring and rendering her. But still, her design came out cute, but I wouldn't say it's the best. I think personally her eyes look wonky. I don't really think this one will sell as well as the others. Nihida won't sell that well either, I feel but you never know. I still drew her in the end because I really still do like her design, even though it was really taxing to do because of the amount of detail. Hers was the worst, I think, out of all the characters I drew, but nonetheless, it was still a decent challenge to do. So here I was drawing an unreleased character, or at least in terms of playability, but I wanted to draw here Columbina. I thought it would be smart to do that, number one, because I know she's really well liked, and also because I thought it would be smart to get like some content out before she's fully released, so maybe by the time she's released, people are all obsessed and want to buy stuff of her. I don't know. I can't market for the life of me, and I really don't know anything about the industry of selling your product, but I just thought it would be nice, and also because like I really do enjoy her design. I did have to come up with what her clothes were like because I didn't really understand what it would look like, especially since there aren't proper reference sheets out. I just kind of had to go based off of like fan designs, since I didn't have anything to really look at. So before this character, I was actually drawing a different character, Scaramouche, but as I was beginning to draw him, I realized that I would rather die than have to draw this hat and all of its detail. So I dropped him and just decided to finish off with another unreleased character whose name is Durin. He's also not playable for the time being, but he's supposed to come in with an Outcry update and all that. And I thought I'd use the same logic that I applied for Columbina, which was just to, see if I could get content out from him, or for him, excuse me, and see if by the time people are obsessed, he'll already be there, people will want to buy. I don't know if this will work. I'll probably only really get one sale if I'm being generous to myself in terms of all the stickers I'm making, but you never know. So yeah, I really did love this design. It was so fun to draw. It was really cool, and honestly, I think it was one of the best ones. I felt like it looked kind of professional, if, I want to be honest. So here's all the finished sketches. The awkward smiley face is a replacement for what Scaramouche was supposed to be, but I'll go ahead and skip to the finished product. And here's all the finished designs, all fully rendered. I didn't do any line art because I'm terrified of it, and I think my designs look better without it, at least for most of them. But yeah, I was happy with it, and now I'm gonna go ahead and put it into Cricut, and I'll show you guys how to cut and print them. So here I'm putting them into Cricut. I finally formatted them so that it would kind of fit the mat, and it is taking up a lot of the sticker paper, which is really expensive, but I didn't want them to be much smaller than that, so it's just what it is. But here I'm about to go ahead and print them, send them to the printer, and then I bring them back to cut them out. So this is them printed on the sticker paper. I really think they look super good and super colorful. The printer did not disappoint me at all. So here I'm about to just fit it on the mat, and you have to do it as precise as possible to get the best cut you want, and you just kind of stick it on. I've used this mat about like 12 times and it's still going pretty good, which is good for me because they're expensive like most things are. But I'm just pressing it down, and I have like a spatula to get rid of any like air bubbles underneath that could potentially completely ruin it all. Put it in my Cricut printer and watch it cut. This is me feeding it into the Cricut printer. It's just like measuring it up, and it's really cool for me to watch it every single time, especially when it starts cutting it. It's really loud, but I really do enjoy watching it. So now that it's finished, we get to see the final result, and as I was peeling it off, I realized that it completely messed it up, and that was really disappointing because these materials are really expensive, especially printer ink. So I had to go redo it a second time, and I was really upset. So this was my second try, and I'm happy to inform you that they actually did peel off really nicely with a good outline, and I was so happy to see my artwork come to life. It was really cute, and I thought that me personally, if I saw them online, I would buy them, so it's a good feeling to have. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I will have my Etsy link in bio in case any of you guys are interested in buying it, but yeah, I hope to be posting soon again. Bye for now.